Welcome to After the Whistle, your weekly sports wrap-up show with Phil Bonatti, Tristan Thomas, Luke Gamble, and Adina Baltazar.
Welcome into After the Whistle. Phil Bonatti here. Tristan Thomas will join me a little later in the show. It's time to talk about the Class B boys basketball tournament, one that every basketball nut in North Dakota eagerly waits for. And this year, it's at the Bismarck Event Center, a long time since the tournament was in the capital city. So before we get to our team previews, let's take a look at who is playing who and what times they are hitting the floor. We call this the Bracket Breakdown. Here are the matchups starting off at 1 p.m. at the Bismarck Event Center. You have the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, a 2-seed, taking on Powers Lake Burke Central. At 2:45, it's the 3-seed Beulah Miners. They'll take on the Thunder of Medina Pingree Buchanan. The night session will start off with the top seed of the tournament, the Central Cass Squirrels. They'll face the Region 4 champs Warwick. That game at 6:30. And then at 8:15 p.m., it'll be the Thompson Tommies, the 4-seed, taking on the 5-seed, the Lax Burlington Lakers. So now let's talk about the matchups, and we're going to go chronologically, starting with the first game of the day, Shiloh Christian and Powers Lake Burke Central. Starting with the Skyhawks, who, for the most part, has had a complete performance all week at the Region 5 tournament, pulling away against New Salem Almont in the first, and then Washburn in the first 2 rounds. They're putting it together, a defensive clinic against Garrison, a team that has scored the 3rd most points per game in the state. Kyler Klein, a big part of that effort, is head coach Brad Miller taking notice of what he brings at the guard position.
Well, he really came up big for us when he started attacking and getting to the rim with a shot, and then hit a couple of outside shots, got a couple steals. He's really athletic, and he's done that for us before this year. And so we're really happy that he was able to, as a senior, help lead his team to the state tournament.
Moving forward for the Skyhawks, it's hard not to be impressed with what they offer on the court. When you look at their averages, they are top 5 when it comes to point differential per game. They can play up tempo, which is typical for Region 5 play. Shiloh Christian has preached playing inside-out basketball, and look for them to do no different at the Bismarck Event Center this weekend.
Well, I think defensively we're a pretty good defensive team. If we can just fine-tune our offense a little bit and get the execution on that to work, we should be in good shape.
You know, just the difference between our bigs and our guards. We got great shooting guards, great working bigs, and when we can get in and out and just make good passes, we're tough to beat.
Taking a look at Shiloh Christian's KX tournament profile, the Skyhawks entered the tournament with a 20-4 record. They've been consistently ranked in the top 10 for most of the year. Notable results on the year, their win over then undefeated 4 wins Minnewacan, a big boost heading into regionals. They've beaten Garrison twice, the team with 19 wins on the year. Shiloh Christian still looking for their first title in program history. Now, it's hard to choose a player to watch for the Skyhawks, but if you want to talk X factors, it's probably 6'6" center Atticus Wilkinson. The junior has been a great second option in the post alongside Jay Wanzik. He creates a great 1-2 punch on defense in the paint for the Skyhawks, while also fighting for offensive boards on the other end. Wilkinson has a great tournament. Shiloh Christian will be holding a trophy at the end of the week. Now shifting to the other side of the matchup, the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers back in the state tournament for the 3rd time in 4 years. The Ranchers' road to a title certainly wasn't easy after cruising over a win over Mandaree. Powers Lake battled with their rivals in the semifinals against Stanley, winning by just 3 to keep their season alive. Then they played their best basketball in the title game, winning by 19 over Kenmare Bowbells. Tyson Inget was there when the last time the Ranchers made it to a state tournament, but preparing the guys not used to the stage will be part of the week ahead.
Everybody else, it's going to be their first taste of being on the big stage and with everybody watching. I feel like the best part, like the thing that I could say to them is just channel the energy that's in the gym. That's what I remember from the past 2 games that were the first couple of days. There's just everybody's there, everybody's watching, everybody wants us to win. So I just think you just got to channel that energy and just come out strong.
Powers Lake leans on their defense, giving up just over 50 points per game this season. And they'll need to limit a potent offense like Shiloh Christian, a team that they faced in the 5th place game 2 years ago at state. Head coach Jordan Carlson is ready for the tactical challenge ahead.
They're real good inside-out game. They got 2 real good posts, work hard. They can shoot well from the outside. They just do a good job of controlling the pace of the game and stuff. So, we're going to have to do a real good job defending the paint, keeping the guys off the glass, and then try to pressure their guards.
Let's go to the KX tournament profile for the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. The first time they are in the tournament as this co-op, a 20-4 record overall. They dropped a game early in the year to a state tournament team, Beulah, losing by 11. They also lost to a powerhouse Bishop Ryan by 5 at home. The Ranchers return to the B after a year off and are seeking their first state title in program history. Now, if you're looking for a player to watch, look no further than Tyson Inget. The senior signed on to play at the next level at neighboring Williston State College. He could score from any part of the court, has a slow start to the year due to a broken foot back during football season, but he's healthy and ready to showcase what the Ranchers can do at the Bismarck Event Center. A big 3 days from him is expected this weekend. Taking a look at who the KX sports team has in this matchup, and it's a clean sweep for the Skyhawks. I'm sure this won't bounce back on us in any sort of way. Should be fun, a close game with lots of scoring. So one matchup down, but plenty more still to go on our Class B boys basketball preview show. You're watching After the Whistle